begin our next armchair conversation, Beyond the Music, Voces que Mueven, Culture, Influence, and Community Impact, please welcome the co-founder of the National Cultural Civic Engagement Movement, Grita Canta Vota, Bacilia Angel, and triple Latin Grammy-winning powerhouse, multi-platform content producer and star, a visionary entrepreneur, a dedicated philanthropist, and community advocate, Chiquis.
Hello. Hola, gracias a todos por estar aquí. Thank you everyone for being here. A little bit about us. Include Us, our mission is all about inclusion, and one of our largest social impact programs that we have is our Grita Canta Vota, where we do voter education, voter engagement, where we use the power of music and culture. And I know you guys are not here to talk about me, but really Chiquis. And we're so excited that Chiquis is joining our Artist Advisory Board. And as a part of that, one of the things we're really excited about talking is about your latest album, which honestly, your album, I listened to it as a beautiful experience, and it really feels like a healing experience. And I would love to learn more where you, like, what was the intention, where your head was at, like, why Janae?
Janae, because that's the name my mother gave me. That's actually my mother's name. My mother's name was Dolores Janae Rivera, better known as Jenny Rivera. And so it was an honor to her, to our relationship, to the healing that I've gone through in the past, well, deep healing in the past 2 years. And my heart, mi alma, quería cantar algo diferente. You know, I come from the banda world, and this is also very me. So I had never really had the opportunity to show this side. So I said, okay, well, why doesn't Chiquis introduce Janae? And I'm honoring so many different things. And not only that, it's also to help heal the world. I think with everything that has been going on in our community and around the world, I felt like this was an album that people didn't know they needed. You know, and I say this album is for everyone. Maybe it's not for everyone right now, but at some point in your life, you're going to listen to it and say, okay, this is making me feel something that I didn't know I needed or that I need, or it's helping me remember my essence. So that's what this entire album is all about. Spanish, English, there's meditation music. And yeah, so I just felt like I needed it, but also the world, especially right now.
Absolutely. I will say when I was listening to it, I did get that feeling. There was a couple lyrics that stood out to me, especially because, you know, as Latinos, we're going through a tough time in this country currently. And one of the lyrics says, "Lo que no nos quebra, nos trajo a la luz." So what doesn't break us brings us to the light. And it felt like it was a powerful lyric. And, you know, thank you for sharing that journey with Janae. And one of the things that I am also noticing is your concerts.
Yes.
So tell us more. They are very also a shift, no?
A huge shift. So these concerts are more on a healing, because all the music is about that. It's about making you remember the power that we have within, because there's always so much going on in the world. So they're very different from my Chiquis. The Chiquis concerts, they're very fun, and we drink and we have fun, and that's cool. But I felt like I really wanted to create a space where people can just come and focus on themselves and be at peace and feel safe and talk about things that sometimes, especially in our community, people don't want to talk about porque les da vergüenza, because it brings shame to the family, whatever it may be. But this is a place where you can listen to music, heal, feel, cry, laugh, dance. I do sound bowls. I do voice healing as well. And I do storytelling within the songs that I'm singing. So for you to understand my journey so that you don't feel alone and I don't feel alone. So that's what these are all about. Alma de Luz se llaman.
Alma de Luz. So are we invited?
Absolutely, girl. Everyone is invited. If you guys would like to come, cuando gusten, you guys are all invited. We have some shows coming up at the end of the year.
So a HIP member told me to ask you, and I'm going to put you on the spot, if we could have a HIP private concert. What are your thoughts on that?
I am so down. Heck yeah. Oh my gosh, you guys would love it. Even if it's like you feel like, oh, maybe it's not my thing. Just come. I think like come and fill it out. Y van a ver, se van a ir. You're going to feel lighter. Like, because that's the intention behind it. So, yes, I got you.
Awesome. So, ya oyeron, eh? We're going to have to figure that out with HIP. But yeah, so aligning with this conference theme, Rooted in Purpose, Rising with Poder, how have you navigated the intentional shift from being known primarily for fame to using your public platform to advocate for issues vital to the Latino community? Do you feel a sense of responsibility?
I do, and not necessarily in a heavy way, in a way that feels honoring. I learned at a very young age that if I'm going to have a microphone in my hand, if I'm going to have the opportunity to have followers on social media or be on a stage, write books, my podcast, anything that I do, I have to do it with purpose. And always sharing what I have learned and being vulnerable enough to talk about things that maybe make you uncomfortable, but that's where change happens. So I have that very clear. So it is a responsibility, but it's something that I know I was meant to do, and it's part of my mission. And it's my purpose on this earth. So it doesn't matter what I do, I'm always going to do my best to breathe life into people, and more than anything, love, because love is the moving force of the universe. So eso lo tengo muy claro, and I feel like I have the responsibility of using my platform in the right way, and it's always to help others.
Thank you.
Of course, thank you so much. Thank you.
So, as a part of Grita Canta Vota, our mission is to empower Latinos to go out and vote. But we see that as two tracks. There's the people on the ground and working on the community, but there's also the part of working with artists and leveraging your trusted voice and platform. In 2024, you used your platform to send your fans to register to vote. And we were actually at two of your events registering people to vote. What made you say yes to that, and what did you see?
Again, using my platforms in the right way and everything that I believe in. If I'm going to do something, if I'm asking you to do something, I'm like, okay, I need to do it. So to me, I want to lead by example. So I felt honored when you guys asked me. I was like, you know what? Absolutely. Because I do need to tell people, hey, more than anything, give them the knowledge and show them the importance of using our voice, and not only using our voice for ourselves and our families and our future, but also for the people that can't. So that's why it's important to come together to help one another. And that's a way of doing it, is by registering, by voting. So for me, it's like right up my alley. It's what I believe in. So I was like, heck yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, and a big part of that is also meeting people where they're at, right? Because community members, they may not know about voting, but they may be going to concerts and events. And so it's a perfect avenue to meet people where they're at and be able to provide that education and the resources.
Absolutely.
So thank you so much.
Yeah.
This conversation really is about philanthropic institutions recognizing the need to partner with artists and cultural leaders. What specific actions or shifts in perspective would you recommend for philanthropies and nonprofits seeking to better understand how to work with artists, how to work with cultural organizations, to be able to reach and meet people where they're at in the community?
Mm-hmm. Well, first of all, as artists, I think that we have a certain reach and a certain way of communicating with our fans, especially through music and in our concerts. I think that now more than ever, I see more artists speaking up and being willing to, because I feel like that's what we should do personally. So I think it's important for organizations to see that we definitely have that opportunity to reach a mass audience, and our audience really respects us, and I think, and loves us more than anything. So they're going to listen to our voices, listen to what we believe in. And that's why I feel like we can reach in so many different ways. And to get to know us a little bit more, I think that the music industry is changing in a very good way. And I think this is the moment to do it.
Absolutely. I think some of us forget sometimes that artists are human and they have their stories, right? And being able to partner with you, understand your story and how best to connect with your fans, since using your voice is technically a trusted voice that you've built that relationship.
That credibility,
So I know that we're working on a partnership. It's called Latin Music Month. It's on September 30th and October 1st. I would love for you to share what it is, how people can get involved. What does it mean to you? Why are you wanting to do this?
So Latin Music Month, it, like you said, it's our second year. So we're going to have, it's a 2-day conference, a music conference where we invite executives, producers, upcoming artists, or anyone that wants to be in the music industry and wants to understand how it works. We're going to give you the advice. I have learned in some ways the hard way. So I want to be able to help those that are coming or in the industry, and this is our way of doing so. So we're also giving scholarships as well. For me, that's been a passion of mine because I feel like if there's something that you want to do, I'm here to like support you and show you that your dreams can be true, can come true. So that's why to me, I'm like, if I'm giving a scholarship in education or music, whatever it is going to uplift you, that is like absolutely something that comes from my heart. So that we want to do music festivals or music nights as well, healing music nights that are very different in a good way. So there's going to be music and food, and I have this whole idea that we want to do. So I'm hoping that can happen soon. But on September 1st, October 30th and September 1st, I'm excited because so many people love the first year and so many different artists. We sing also. I'm going to sing on one of the days. So, and different artists as well. So it's very nice because there's music conferences in Vegas and in Miami, but I was like, why isn't there one in LA? And we also want to make sure we travel. We want to go to Texas and maybe Chicago because there's talent everywhere.
Absolutely. And the reason why Grita Canta Vota would want to partner or is partnering with Latin Music Month, essentially, it's a way to be able to build relationships with artists from the start, right? And it's an opportunity to really engage artists as partners and build with them. One of the challenges for Grita Canta Vota is really navigating the music industry, which is interesting, especially for women. And, I think it's a beautiful thing to be able to provide space for artists to come together, learn, provide resources.
A lot of knowledge. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, knowledge is very informative. And I mean, I always say knowledge is power. So that's our whole thing. We want you, whatever doubt you have, whatever question you may have about the music industry, this is the place to be.
Yeah. And so let's switch to something fun.
Okay.
Tell us something that maybe we don't know about you that you would like to share that connects with the healing side of you, because I feel like this is like a big transition for you. And, I honestly, la reina abeja is like how
Reina.
And so I feel like you have a lot of fans, but this is a transition. Is there anything that you want them to know, especially with the healing concept that you're switching?
More than anything, I think people feel that, oh my gosh, she's changed. She's never going to sing banda or drink tequila ever again. And that's not the case. I just needed to go through this healing for myself to kind of confront myself and face myself. And I was ready for that. I felt like there was a change and I wanted to express this. And that's what music is all about. I always say it's like a form of therapy. It is very healing. It has the power to bring you back or take you back. And so I was like, you know what? I want to give myself this gift. And I did. And that was the main thing. I'm like, guys, Chiquis isn't gone. I just wanted you to meet. And I wanted to introduce you to this side of me, to the Janae side of me. But yeah, I mean, if people haven't listened to the album, it's beyond me. It's for the world. It's for all of us in reality. So yeah, I mean, I don't know if that's interesting interesting enough, but I don't know if there's I'm trying to think of something else because I kind of talk about so many different things. Todos saben.
No, but I think in this moment, Latinos are going through a lot, and I think we all need healing. Especially we all have different upbringings. I know I was sharing my upbringing earlier, and It's not easy to grow up with a lot of the journey of no somos de aquí ni de allá, and learning a new language, learning a new country for some of us, and then being faced with the attacks that we hear in the media. And so there's a lot of healing, and so I thank you for this album, because it is a beautiful album, and I know you sing in English and Spanish, and it took me a minute to realize you actually were singing in English in a banda. And so then I was like, wait, this is in English. Yeah. And so that was a beautiful thing. Yeah. Thank you. Any last thoughts that you want to share with the audience before we close?
Well, more than anything, I think if we give ourselves the opportunity to step out of the box that sometimes life puts us in, and we try something different, or I thought you were going to say something. Oh, okay, sorry. And you try something different, that's, I feel like, where growth comes from. And that's why I took this risk on myself. It was a big risk as far as like doing this album and leaving my record label. I bet it. I was like, I'm going to bet on myself, because I was like, I know that this is, again, like I said, beyond me. And in a community, our community, our culture could be a little they're very, in certain ways, very taboo, and like about therapy and about really searching within. And that's what this is all about. And it was not, I feel like philanthropy and music go hand in hand, because as artists, and I don't know if all artists, but I've seen more than ever more artists that are stepping into the space of using their voice and using their platform in the right way. And I'm happy to see that. And so now I think it's just agarrar el poder y really be the voice for everyone, and this is my way of doing so.
Thank you. And, I feel like there's so much that you said there that also connects to voting, because we're all a product of the systems that we're living in. If we really want to create change, we all have to go out and vote, right? And using our method is culture moves faster than policy. And so that's how we are trying to create this change that we want to see.
Absolutely.
But okay, before we leave, I really want to leave this message with everyone. When we founded Grita Canta Vota, we did it with a singular vision: to remind our community that our voices hold immense power. We use our grito for justice, our canto for celebration, and our voto for our future. But a movement doesn't move on its own. It requires leaders. It requires visionaries who don't just stand on a stage to take, but who reach down from that stage to lift others up. Thank you, Chiquis, for lifting others up with us.
How beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You can always count on me. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys.